Hello, my people. Good evening to every one of you again. We are back here again. Yes. This one are the one we consign our brother, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osa Holding. As him to come talk about the NSAS protest or the memorial that happens today. Yes, my people. How you guys doing? Is anyone right there with me? If you're there, please let's do this together. Okay, my people. Yes, our brother Comrade Carlos Azos Akonopodi, I want to talk to also. I would like make una listen to Ram. I'll be coming back again later on after this one. But this is not a long video though. Let's do this together. On a day, on a day, on a day, on a day. My good people, my good Nigeria Wash family. Yes, let me show my face right here. I'm here. So let's do this together. We have our brother who wants to talk about the NSAS protest or memorial that happens today. As you know, that a lot of people were arrested as well with a Black Maria. So let's listen to him.
Good evening, wherever you're watching me from. I remain my humble self, your noble right activist, Comrade Stanley Sazosa, the Coordinator General of the Diaspora Connect Worldwide, the CEO Stanley Sadi Enterprise, in fact, the CEO of Fullman Edo State. Actually, today I would lie to you. I am not really happy. I'm not happy at all. But I may not be able to state my reasons, but trust me, I'm not happy. When you try your possible best to do what is right and to appeal to the conscience of many, still, some selected people who already have hates in their hearts will do everything humanly possible to discourage you. But all will never be rosy at all times. A victor can never be afraid of his victim. So it is the game of life. Hiccups, hurdles are very, very necessary to be able to push forward and to meet up to all expectations in life. There is nowhere in the world where perfection exists. We all are humans. At times we do err. And if as an individual, everyone is offending you, and to you, you have not offended anybody, go and check. You are having a problem because everyone cannot keep offending you while you on your own will be claiming innocence. I am the kind of man that's very slow to anger. That's not to say anger is not in me. There are some persons who will want to do everything humanly possible to attack you. To attack you. You know, it's out there now. Many particular people buy. How many buy? Two. How many sell? Reach there, you get out of our pocket. Go. So, the truth of the matter is very simple. In this case, you have to look inward. But there are some persons who, no matter what you do, try to bash you. That is not the topic of today. But I won't lie to you. Some persons wanted to strike my emotion. but I will keep tolerating. I have my reasons. I just want to be laconic and direct to the point in this context. Now, today we will discuss about the end SARS protests and the gradual nature of Nigeria, which is now metamorphosing into a police state where people can no longer speak. We are supposed to live in a freedom. Excuse me. Hello, please. I'm on live. I'll call you back immediately. I'm on live. I'll call you back immediately. We are supposed to live in a society where every citizen will have right to freedom of expression, freedom of association, and the right to life. Today marks the End SARS Memorial Day. For those who were not on ground, believe you me, that was a mini war. An experienced man will always say in Benin language, Okoro say. But believe me, for those who were on ground at that particular time, we saw war. You cannot move your vehicle from Ring Road to Oberhill without encountering his dress. We know the number of persons that lost their lives. We are also aware of the fact that some selected disgruntled elements, in collaboration with the government, hijacked the protest just to have a pretext to attack and bring down great citizens of our nation. And it's also true that in this country today, freedom of expression is nowhere to be found. In the open, Nigeria will tell you that we are adhering strictly to the Abraham Lincoln Gettysburg speech of 1863, which states that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, which is the ruling of the few down to the ruling of the many. But in the case of Nigeria, let no one deceive you. We are not in a democratic state. You are having a military general ruling, despite the fact that the military general came through a superficial election that was acclaimed to be free, fair, and credible. But in the run-up of the second term election, the president himself granted an interview and they asked him, what about if you lose? Will you congratulate the next man? His response was that I will lose. Your Excellency, what about if you lose this election? Will you congratulate the next man? The response of the president was, I won't lose the election. So he never answered if he's going to congratulate or not. As we speak today, we live in a country where citizens can no longer talk. We can recall before the run-up of the 2015 presidential election, President Goodluck Jonathan stated categorically clear, and I quote, hello, mama, in real life, you are truly happy. Okay, I'll call you back. Very true. The president made a statement. The then president, he said, and I quote, I'm one of the world's most insulted presidents But when I leave, Nigeria will recognize the freedom they got under me. Under President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration, President Muhammadu Buhari led the protest. Pastor Bakare and others were moving from one place to another, crying for subsidy removal, about subsidy removal, as propounded by the then president. This is not to say that Jonathan was good. Jonathan himself was corrupt. But when it comes to the issue of freedom of citizenry, we now know the difference between a military despot and a true democratically elected president. Nobody speaks in Nigeria. And today some persons been saying, why are you not being in the protest? Why are you not in the protest? Why are you not in the protest? Let me tell you the simple truth. Although it was some persons, not all persons. No matter how important you are, no individual that can never be forgotten. If some persons are so important, trust me, the life would have paused when Michael Jackson lost his life. God will say, oh, Michael Jackson is so important. Life paused as a means to acknowledge him. But believe me, great men and women has fallen in the past. Life goes on. In the run-up of the 2015 gubernatorial, the 2015 presidential elections, House of Assembly elections, and the senatorial elections in the Edo State, a young man in the Kubana government lost his life in Ward 9. Immediately after the victories of these politicians, they all gathered, including myself and many others. We went to visit the widow of the young man who lost his life because of the elections. On getting there, some of the politicians who know how to cry emotionally to cajole people started crying. Oh, what a great loss. It's so painful. It's so painful. It's so painful. They made series of promises that with the falling of that.
All right, my people, how na day? How na day? I see Messi out there right there. Good evening to you, Osai Bovo, Kongai. Good evening to you, Taye Rose and Musa. Thank you very much for joining us. Help us to share and like the video as well while our brother is trying to talk to us. Everything that is happening in general, and one of the reasons why he was not at the protest today as well. So make una listen to her. Make una hear what our brother Comrade Stalios has said. Osaku no Hodi want talk for this video.
As I was saying, we are living in a society where nobody have freedom of expression. As I've earlier said, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan made those quotes when he said, I am one of the world's most insulted presidents. But when I leave power, Nigerians, we understand the freedom that they enjoyed under my watch. I'm just trying to summarize what I've discussed in the past. And again, what happened in Ward 9 in 2015, all politicians were busy saying, oh my God, oh so painful. This guy lost his life. He's a great hero. We will do all we could to defend and to protect his interests. And we'll take care of the widow. We'll do all our best. But as we speak today, as I've said before, no matter how beautiful that widow will look as a day, today she will be the most ugliest woman. Because the kind of rigorous hustle that a woman will embark herself on, because she will want to do everything humanly possible to make sure that the sons and daughters of the disease sees the light of the day. And in this case, she will work extremely hard. But those politicians which the husband was fighting for to ensure that they emerge. As we speak, after the crying of, oh, this guy lost his life, none of them made the mistake to revisit the widow. So, let nobody deceive you. We are in a country where no matter who you are, no matter how important you may look, if you die for nothing. Armed robber will be robbing about 5 feet away from policemen. Police will be the one telling you, I bet you heard, this place is not good. They will run away for their dear lives. Because when they die for nothing. American military runs into a crime scene, invade territory, fight hard. When an American soldier is shot, he will say, I am happy that I died for my country. Because even if the soldier man dies, the government will never abandon the sons and daughters of the disease. But here, forget. So, during the SARS protest, we all knew what we saw. And Nigeria, as we speak today, is a police state. Do not be deceived. We are living in a police state where no citizen have a right to freedom of expression. So the world, as I've said, we are adhering to the Abraham Lincoln Gettysburg speech of 1863, which defined democracy as the government of the people, by the people, and for the people, which is the ruling of the few down to the ruling of the many. But as we speak today in Nigeria, we are in a military dispensation. You can't talk. You can't talk. Yes, whenever you say, oh, the government is a great man, they expect you to remain mute, even if you are dying of economic starvation and imbroglio. You can't say anything. If you try to speak, you will be incarcerated. $34,000 troops is being deployed to Anambra State for election. 34,000 troops. Compared to the number of troops we have in bandit-prone areas, an area that is plagued with insurgency. I was on ITV on Sunday. Somebody said that the 34,000 troops that is going to be deployed is to ensure security and peaceful election. It is true. It is true. We need security in that territory, but the question is, what led to the insecurity in that town? If not as a result of the lackadaisical attitude of the federal government. Immediately after the war, the country declared no veto, no vanquished. Which simply means that everyone will operate on the basis of absolute egalitarianism. And the Igbos and those in the Southeast will be incorporated into the scheme of things. What then happened immediately after the war and after the agreement? From then to date, excuse me, give me some few minutes. Particular. You get some parts of Europe and America, if they take life like this, small became theirs, you go to say danger don't happen. But for here, never take life. You go bless it, nothing happen at normal level. So this country, to be sincere with you, citizens are really suffering. Some persons were telling me today, Nobody, why didn't you? You're supposed to be part of the SARS protest. We all would love to be part of it, but please leave me. I will follow suit. You cannot be in your room and at your comfort zone and be mobilizing me to go and protest when we know that the problem is affecting us all. In Edo State, we choose battles to engage in. Just recently, we embarked on land grabbing protest. It was we and ourselves that was on the streets. Those who their land has been grabbed, they're in their room watching to see if we will succeed. Nobody has ever grabbed their land. In fact, you can't grab it. Those who are called victims, I know Figo, they remain in their rooms. Somebody called me and said, you guys should join Mission. What is happening now? And we are waiting to Mission. And I asked, hello? These are voluntary services. It's not as if we are commissioned to carry out those tasks. It was a voluntary service because the level of gross injustice in our adult society in respect to land is so worrisome. And we must fight it to the end. And that is why we keep on channeling that cause. It's not as if we are commissioned to carry out such a task. We are not the most intelligent citizen in Edo. We are not even the least intelligent citizen in Edo. Fine. We have other great men, even more better than Osakuna. Where are they? While we are in that battle, those who lost their lands, some of them were even the one commenting to say, hey, are you sure they have not collected something? These people are working for something. Who and who paid us to work? But as I've earlier said, a victor is never afraid of his victim. We will never do. We will move forward to ensure that at the end of the day, the results of our actions become efficacious. As I've rightly said, it's going to be a brief broadcast. I want to continue my work activities, but I want you all to understand the fact that Nigeria today is not a safe society. If you die, those who you fought for will raise out a big disadvantage from your actions. Be very careful. Be very careful. Nigeria has lost its glory, and we are in a police state where citizens have no right to freedom of expression. A selected tribe is moving with weapons across the country, terrorizing people. But the government is telling you, do not defend yourself, wait. And the police, another security agency, are nothing to write home about. And you are being deprived from your right to self-defense. You are being deprived from your right to self-defense. But these agencies are not there to protect you. And these selected people are moving with weapons across the country, planning to take over innocent people's lands, homes, settlements, communities, and states. And everyone will come out to say, for peace to reign, let this injustice continue. Now, who call us for what he had been? Injustice anywhere. It's a threat to justice everywhere. This is the little I have to say this evening. It's me, your brother and friend, Comrade as also I just want to be laconic and direct to the point. Thank you and bye for now. Yeah, let me quickly announce this to some persons. I do not want to mention you. Some of you gave us your CFO to do. Your job has been in the site inspection since. We are yet to see your representative to take us to the site for inspection. Please reach out to us. When you reach out to us, we'll tell you your inspection is set. Your inspection is not set. Your inspection is going to be so and so time. Because we have received many of these calls calling on us for inspection. We have reached out to some of you. To date, your rep or you yourself have not been able to showcase yourself. Please do. Because even if we know CFO is taking more time, let us ensure that we fulfill all righteousness from our angle so that we can now speak to say, oh, these people are delaying us. That is the little message I have for us this evening. Thank you and bye for now.
Okay, my people, now then this video finish from our brother Comrade as holding. We are not going to be here for long. I want to see if I can come back again because I have another video that I supposed to bring here, but let me see how that's going to go. Now, people, I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you. I can see Mother of the House is there. Mother of all, Diaspora, Vivian, the Rose. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you. Okay. I think we need to round up on this now so that I can see if I can come back again. Thank you.